Today sucked horrendously bad. I'm going to try to make this short because I got video of a lot of it. LD is being very active for whatever reason. He's not in good enough shape to warrant being out at all. I can't get him in the house. He came in of his own accord a few days ago, but now he can't make it up onto the deck to even come in. He's just not in good enough shape to make it up a single step onto the deck, and he certainly can't jump. He can't get in. I can't grab him. He's somehow, even though he's in horrible shape, he's in too bad a shape to be out. He's just in way too bad a shape to even be out, but he's in just good enough shape to get away from me. I have video of, he was a lump of fur in the woods. He went way out in the woods and he was just laying there. And I don't know if he was waiting to die or if he was just trying to enjoy what he sensed might be his last day, or one of them. You know, it was a nice breeze today and it was 49, which is really nice for here. So, you know, I don't know if he was just trying to enjoy the moment, but he was just laying there, or if he was just in so much pain. I hardly think he was enjoying the moment. I've never seen him do that before. He was laying on tree trunks. He was laying on the ground. He was picking at his wound. And that's the thing is, you know, with cats and dogs, they put the cone on them so they don't pick at sutures and wounds and stuff. Well, I can't do that with a squirrel. And like little kids, little humans, they get told not to pick at whatever on their body when it's wrong. And you can't do that with a squirrel. So the thing is his wound just keeps getting worse. And I can't get him. And I was out there with the pet carrier right there and a towel and these gloves. And I looked like the Grim Reaper, and I was kind of the Grim Reaper because I was trying to collect him so I could bring him to be euthanized, because I figured he has to be in so much pain. And he was falling off of the cabins, and I feel like if I don't do something, he's either going to plummet to his death, or he's going to plummet, be a lot of pain and wish he was dead, or he's going to get taken by a hawk, getting eaten alive. I don't want him to end like that. I don't think anybody in the world would wish, and no matter how ill someone in your family is, you don't go, well, you know what? A lion's got to eat. I guess I'll feed my Uncle Roy to the lion. You know, you just don't do that. And, you know, that phrase of a hawk's gotta eat just drives me crazy. It's like, yeah, I gotta eat, but you know what? I don't eat other people's kids. I just don't do that. So, I'm not a cannibal. The one good thing that happened today was I have this really heart-wrenching video that is very short, believe me, compared to how long it lasted, of LD trying to get in the cabin and Sweet Eyes, his niece / possibly daughter, not wanting him to get in there. And she was protesting and he was crying, and it was lasting forever. And I went and I actually broke down boxes so I could just not listen to it. Just so heart-wrenching. And then, but later in the night, Hansi was on the deck. And then when she went to go in, she has, you know, she has a den that she prefers. She has 2 cabins. She got in the cabin with LD, which I thought was really nice. So, and there was a little bit of squeaky protest from inside, which I think was Sweet Eyes, but I think when she realized it was her mom, actually her grandma, the Sweet Eyes' grandma, Hansi is, she quieted back down. But so LD is out there with Sweet Eyes and Hansi right now. I'm not sure where Rover's sleeping tonight. Anyway, that's what it is. And it sucks, and I don't think this is going to go on too much longer. I don't know how it's going to end, but anyway it ends, it's going to suck. Even if I take him in to be euthanized, which is probably the best ending right now, it's going to be really hard. You over? I just want to say, I can't get anything right. I am so much stupider than nature. It's unbelievable. So I put this here for LD, thinking I was doing him a favor, because this way he doesn't have to travel as far to the other water bowl. He could just come down and get this, and I thought I'd put a little shelter, and I know it's not great, but if you're a hawk looking down, it's better than nothing. So I thought, okay, he's up there. He'll see it right there. He can, not have to go as far. Well, what did I do? I invited riffraff to start sniffing around because they noticed that something was different. I was afraid the hawks would even notice that, but they noticed something was different. But the squirrels certainly did. And here's Yellow Belly over here. Hey, Yellow Belly. She usually can't get this close, but because LD is not active, she's not getting driven away like she normally would. So, anyway, so I put this in and I thought, wow, I'm doing him such a great favor. And I've seen not only riffraff sniffing around the bowl and then sniffing around the base of the tree, which is where they're going to have hidden their nuts, but even climbing the tree and sniffing around the cabin. So I've apparently generated interest to where they don't want interest by trying to do them a favor. I just suck. And it's dirty because dirt keeps falling off the bottom of the log into the bowl. I just suck in every single way. This is the third time I'm seeing this. I saw it with Baby I saw it with Hazelnut Fudge, and now with LD. People who are familiar with cones that they put on dogs and cats to avoid chewing on their sutures, well, turns out squirrels, when they have a physical injury, and maybe when it's an open wound, for whatever reason, they chew at it, or they do some kind of grooming that they perceive as grooming on it, but it makes it worse, I'm pretty sure. I can't get a cone on a squirrel's head. LD was just down and I failed so miserably. I gave him 3 nuts. I didn't get any spray on him. I had a towel and a carrier to grab him and bring him inside, but I failed, and as bad off as he is, he's able to get away from me still. He's on the safer cabin. He was on that one and it was really going bad. He was... Oh God. Okay, he's alive. You're coming in, dude. I gave a few of them a talk today. 2-pack. She has gotten... I think LD used to keep 2-pack in check because this is Condo Girl that I'm looking at right now, but 2-pack has gotten way more chasey ever since LD is not available to defend or do anything. And I think now that, well, definitely the dynamic has changed a lot since 2-pack has been down. We have more riffraff. 2-pack has gotten way more like she owns the place. And there goes Condo Girl on a chase. Just missed, I think, all of it, but I couldn't believe it when I saw that LD is out. He's come quite a ways, actually, from where he lives. He lives up there, came all the way down here. I couldn't tell if he was trying to go to the bathroom. He was like sitting on logs. I don't know what he's doing exactly, but then I threw him a nut and he's eating it, so, without a shell on it. So, I have the cage, I have the gloves, I have the towel. I'm going to try to get him in, but every time I try to get him inside now, I can't. I think he's trying to fix it. There's all these squirrels running around and he can't. A week ago, he was fine. If I leave him out here like this, it's hard enough for squirrels to survive here when they are able-bodied. But I can't just leave them out here to get eaten alive. He could hobble back to his cabin one more time, but how many times can he hobble in and out and fall before I'm not there to see it when something goes wrong, Well, not that it hasn't already. I don't know. I mean, there's taking him inside and then there's taking him into the vet, which means never Whatever. Leave the vet. They're not gonna. They're not gonna fix this. Well, I guess first things first, I gotta get him inside. Every time I get near him, believe it or not, he gets away from me. And it's so bad. The back leg, it's like it's the whole back right part of his body. Like the hip, the leg, the foot. It's like everything. It's getting more and more messed up. I think because he keeps trying to do what he's doing now. I think he's chewing on it. Because the wound has gotten bigger and bigger. And I don't know if he's trying to amputate his own leg. I threw him nuts. He was only interested in one. And then he didn't care anymore. LD, can I take you inside? Oh. I got the spray on me. So if I bring that out, he's gonna go running. He's chewing on himself. That much is certain. I just can't. LD. Would you let me take you inside? I'm gonna go get the box, okay? He's trying to get away from me a little bit. Okay, I just gotta go get that box, the cage. I don't know if this is what squirrels do when it's the end and they just know they can't make it anymore. Do they just wait to be picked up? It's so grim. I'd like to believe that's not what's going on right now. Maybe he just wants the sunshine. I've never ever seen him just sit on a log. This is the last place I saw him. I don't know if I'll see him again. I don't know what went on in the 1950s or 60s or 70s, but I am constantly picking this glass out of the woods. And I hear that people used to just throw stuff like glass around. And yeah, I've been picking glass out of these woods for 2 years, and every time I get a new injury on a squirrel, I go back and I comb through again, and it's like, I think whenever snow melts and stuff, it maybe rain, it moves dirt. If I had a bag of all the glass and metal and wire and sharp metal objects and whatever that I've collected in the last 2.5 years out here, you would not believe it. Hansi, or Sweet Eyes, or whoever that is. It's been a hell of a day. That ladder I was going to use to try to get LD off of the roof at one point. Now he's back in the cabin, or he's crying to get in, and I think it's Sweet Eyes that's holding him out. I just saw a black squirrel go up the tree. I actually got video of it, and I think they tried to push him off. They don't want him in their cabin with them. I'm not sure why. It was either Sweet Eyes or Hansi, but I think it's Sweet Eyes, because I think Hansi sleeps in the bed. I don't know. Could be either. But yesterday when this happened, Hansi was with me, so I think it's his niece / possibly daughter that's doing this. LD, you can come live with me. You can come live with me, LD. I won't leave the door open this time. I won't be stupid. He stayed for 8.5 hours with the door open, so I didn't think he was going to leave, and then he suddenly did. Now he won't come back. Even though he's getting rejected by his family, which is just heartbreaking. Sweet Eyes, let him in. There was a lot of squealing, and he made it in except for most of his, well, part of his tail. So he's most of the way in. That's all now. LD has been crying to be let into the cabin for so long. He's actually all the way in the cabin, but I think he's on the top shelf. There are 2 shelves inside of it, and I think Sweet Eyes won't let him down. He's just crying and crying. There's Elmo. There's 2 Pack. Mrs. Pack. Mrs. Pack. There she goes. She's gonna wait for it. Wait for it. There she goes. Mrs. Pack. Here, Hydro? That's Hydro. Yep. And wow, that was a good one. This is, but I don't know what to call this one. He has a little thing on his nose. And I don't know, I think he's riffraff. And I think he's getting in because LD is not capacitated enough to keep the riffraff out.